You can't. Wrap us a little guide right here. What's up, everybody? Just jumping on here. I'm doing some test lives. I'm gonna be going live more. I'll be going live more and more. Doing a couple of test runs. See, work a few kinks out with me tonight. No. No, we might be working a few things out. Usually go live on Facebook, but I thought I'd do a little more on this rod building. What we got right here is this is a rod that I tore down actually. It's a Shakespeare rod. It's not a custom rod I built from the bottom up. It's actually one that I've tore down. That was old and it needed a little redone job. It's one of my nicer rods that I like that it's actually manufactured. You know what I mean? So figured I'd do a little bit of I'm gonna slap some guides on it. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're gonna do is we're gonna slap some guides on this thing. It's my plan tonight. Now, like I said, this rod ain't in the best. I mean, it's in good shape. There's nothing wrong with the rod itself. It's just old, store bought. It's a little like 6 foot rod. You know what I mean? An old 6 foot rod ain't bad. I think it's 6 foot. It might be 5 foot. It's a nice little old creek hopper. And I love the thing. I'm hoping I can make this transition. This is the harder part, where you got to make that transition to the guide itself. Sometimes it's not pretty when it's a bigger guide like this. I didn't sand this guide down none because I'm not putting a whole lot of work into this because this is an old rod. It's an old rod anyway. So I'm not putting a lot of crazy work into it. I just want to get it back functioning. I can probably get a couple of wraps on here and then sink it on it. Y'all, this can be some tedious work sometimes right here doing these custom rods. It can get pretty tedious, if you know what I mean. I usually build rods from the bottom up. But on this particular case, I'm just redoing an old rod. So I'm not being real particular about it. I just need it to be effective again. I changed the grips on it from the original grips. The original grips I had on it were the factory grips. And that's all I've done with this rod, y'all. Is I got some hot glue. I got a hot gun, heat gun and stuff. And I just stripped all the stuff off this. I didn't even do a whole lot of work to it all. It's a, what is that? It's a Shakespeare ugly stick, y'all. You get a heat gun, you can take every one of them guides off. And that's all I've done on this is took all the guides off. I was going to get new guides for it, but there ain't nothing wrong with these guides. They got nice ceramic eyes in them. There ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the guides on this. Because I'm going to take this thing, y'all. This thing ain't going to be for no show. I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to beat it up. Just like any other rod. That's why I like building, when I build the rods, that's why I like building nice fancy rods. Y'all, and this is probably some ugly thread work you're seeing here. If I'm doing a rod for a customer, it's totally different, I promise. It's a whole nother ballpark. I do it a lot slower, but like I said, y'all, I really just want to get this rod back on the water. It's one of my nicer rods that I use for bait fishing. I've always used it. I've had this rod, I don't know how long. Y'all, this rod's probably 15 years old. I put these new guides on it like I'm doing. Shoot. This thing will be good for another 20 years. I got a lot of stuff going on right now, though. I'm building about 4 different rods. A bit. I got a couple of rods going on Facebook for the page I got on Facebook, and then I got a couple of people that I'm building rods for. A couple of awesome people, so I'm staying pretty busy, but I do a lot of my work late at night like this, y'all. So I'll be trying to do my lives a little later at night when I get on it like this. See if I can get this to work right here, y'all. I'm dealing with a nasty little spot right there on my guide. There it goes. We'll make that thing purty. Y'all, I'm going to do a couple of runs on this back and forth. Just to keep any bit of the metal that's exposed. I don't want none of the blank exposed on here. I don't want none of the blank exposed. If you know what I mean. Put our pull through tab on here. We don't want to forget that. Where these little gnats are coming from in here flying around in my shop. Where these little gnats are coming from. Rod builder's nightmare, though. Promise you that. Especially when you get to doing finishing work, epoxy work, stuff of that nature. Pull that down. To our end off. We don't need that on there no more. Y'all, it's pretty simple right here. Put your tab through there. Bam. Put your tab through there like that. Pull it time. Pull your old, make that thing disappear. Know where my branding tool is? There it is. Nice little tool. Nice little tool right here. Ain't bad. Ain't bad. Thinking about putting some of this metallic on it. That metallic might look alright on it. I don't know. Put a little bit of that metallic on it real quick. It'll take about a minute to see what it looks like. We can find out what it looks like real quick. It'll only take a minute. This stuff usually pops pretty good. Once you get it on there. It's a little bit brighter of a metallic. Should be alright. Tighten up my grip on it. Pull that off and cut it off right there. A little bright so we can see it. Put a pretty good sized band on it. That way it'll show down here on the bottom. The end of this stick is really, really sensitive. What am I doing? It's really sensitive. The end of the stick. So down there, I'm not going to be putting quite as big as bands as I am down here. So, but down here towards the butt, I can put some pretty hefty grips, or pretty hefty guides, some bands on it. You ain't got to worry so much like you do at the tip where your sensitivity is on the rod. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Got a couple of rods I'm going to start on here in the future that are really a lot They're custom made rods from the stick up. Not like this. This is a remodel job, is what I call it. I'm just remodeling it, pretty much remodeling up this old ugly stick, y'all. It's basically what I'm doing. I don't know how well y'all can see that. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Looks pretty good. This is a two-piece rod, y'all, by the way. We put that one on. Second guide's a little further down. We'll put two guides on tonight. We'll put two of them on. Try to keep that bottom from falling out. Y'all spin all my rods by hand. I ain't saying that like I'm proud or nothing like that, but all my rods that I do on here, they're by hand. I spin them all by hand. There's power. They have power spinners, all that stuff. I just hadn't. I never have done it really. I've never got into the, you know. I guess I've never upgraded to that to a spinner like that. They got power spinners though. It makes it a lot quicker. But I'm not building these production rods. I'm not building a whole huge amount of rods. I'm not doing a bunch of. I do a couple of rods. I've built plenty of rods, but I don't do like production rods and stuff. So what do I feel like I feel like one of those guides are missing over there. I have to look over here in our stuff, y'all. It's our monstrosity of things over here, everybody. That might be the only guide there was. Took them out and set them over here so I wouldn't forget which ones are which. I think I'm good, though. I think that's the one. Might be missing one guide. Maybe one guide. I don't know. Put that one on. Fine. That one will go pretty quick. It's a lot smaller of a guide. Put some weight down on that thing while we're spinning it. You gotta come past that guide a little bit. Give yourself some room to build up the beginning of your guideness. I said guideness. No, you know what I mean. There we go. Tighten that up a little bit. Like I said on this, y'all, I'm not getting crazy with the beauty of this. Get this rod back on the water. It's my main goal. Catfish are starting to bite good. And I need this pole right here to catch them baits. If y'all know what I mean. Do a little bit of guide work. Y'all, this stuff ain't hard right here. I mean, it's tedious work, but it's not hard doing guides on these rods and getting these guides done up. It ain't hard. Kick back. Head back this direction with it. There we go. Make sure we catch any little gaps. I like to double guide these down here. I got 2 more guides after this, and then the tip. Probably gonna do one guide strand on those though. I like to get the tip of that right there a couple of times on it like this. Normally I'd put 2 nice strips on it, and that'd be the end. But we're gonna get this one going good and get some nice thick thread on it. Y'all, because when I'm doing a custom rod for somebody or anything like that, this is pristine. This is perfect. This is I'm doing kind of a live run tonight. I'm gonna be doing more of these on some way more awesome rods, actually fully custom rods. Before I get off here in a little bit, I'll show y'all some of them that I'm working on. I'll show y'all a few that I've done that are still in here that got to be shipped out. Like I said, this is it's not my best work, but hey, I'm showing y'all how easy it is to do this, really. People make homemade wrappers. That's what this is called, like this. You can make a homemade one. You can go on, you can right here on YouTube, you can look up a couple of ways to build your own right on here. It's got tutorials on it on how to do it. So you can just pop right over to how to build a custom rod hand wrapper, and it's right in here on YouTube. Excuse me. This hand wrapper I got right here came from Mudhole. And this kit, it was a build a rod kit. It came with the stuff to build you your first custom rod, a wrapper, dryer, a dryer, wraps, all that kind of stuff. Give you all that for I want to say it was $199 then. I don't know how much it is now. But back then it was $199. Which is not a bad deal, to be honest with you. For what you got. You had everything you needed to build like 2 or 3 custom rods. Minus the blanks and stuff. You got 1 blank and 1 stuff to build that. You got that one, but you had enough stuff in the kit to build, I think, 3 or 4 rods. Which ain't a bad deal. All your epoxy, guide sets. You know, you have to buy the guide sets, but you had enough epoxy and everything to do all that you needed. Not a bad deal. That's wanting to ragged it on me. Hate when that happens. Biggest thing to this is having a nice, sharp blade. There's 2 of them on there, y'all. Let's see how they wrap that thing up. I mean, it's got a nice little grip right there. That's all that is a grip. I still got to cut the edge off. I just covered that grip up. You can get that on Amazon right there, y'all. A couple of guides. It's got 2 more guides to go on it. And then down here, I don't know if I think I'm just going to leave that old Shakespeare, y'all. That's all it is old Shakespeare. Old Shakespeare that I'm rejuvenating. If you know what I mean. On there. Putting the guides on and stuff. A couple of rods. Here's one of them. That one's pretty sweet. This one's called the Riddler. There's a nice marble job on it. Nice clean guides. Nothing sweet. That's the latest one that has been done. Got a couple of them going over here. I think it's awesome right there, ain't it, y'all? Big ass rods. Got a couple of them here. This one's a pretty sweet one. Got a nice marble job on it as well. Nice and clean. Another one as well. Nice spiral on it. I think it's pretty sweet, y'all. I think it's pretty nice. Get a couple of new ones going. That one's pretty sweet. That one's called the Dock Rocker. Got this one we brewing up too. Gotta start getting this one guided out. That one's sweet. Little Black Widow. Pond hopper. Short stick. Quick catch. You know, quick catch. Got one still in the makings right here we're working on. This one's gonna be sweet, y'all. The Patriot rod. Still got work to do on it. It's still got a good little bit of work to do on it to get it right on there. That's a couple of rods we got going. Them rods ain't bad. Got this one to build. Wolverine right there, y'all. This one's gonna be sweet. This one's gonna be Wolverine. Haven't got it going yet. I do plan on getting it going though. No. That's my little table. Do all my work in, y'all. It's not bad. Like I said, we get that rod. We'll get it to guide it up. It won't take long to get that thing right. Some awesome bait makers right here, y'all. Southern Goon. Thump 'em soft plastic, rib 'em lips lures. R&P. Palmetto Castaway. These are the peeps. That's the fishing fam, everybody. Y'all, we're going to be doing a lot more on here. Going to be doing a lot more lives. Going to be doing a lot more rod building. If y'all enjoyed watching that, give this a like. Give it a subscribe, everybody. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be doing more lives, rod building, and much more. Appreciate y'all joining me. Peace out.